How stuck do you think the Knicks are here in the Eastern Conference?
Well, I certainly agree with you. They're not getting into that tier. They don't have enough personnel. They don't have the manpower that they need to hang with those guys. I think you're going to get a consistent team like they've been. They're a pretty good team. They're well coached. They're going to be on their defensive game. But at the end of the day, they don't have a dude. You got to have a dude. You got to have a 1A dude. And they're missing that at the end of the day if we're just getting down to brass taxes.
Second chance points.
This is why the Knicks are going to stay in the middle. Every game that they play, they always have the second best player. You play Boston, you got the second or third best player. You play Orlando with Banchero. They don't have a player that's better than Banchero. Milwaukee, we know they don't. Philadelphia, they don't. The Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton is the best player on the floor, if you say that.
Correct.
If you play the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler is the best player on the floor. You play the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
You don't have the best player on the floor no night. Now, they can play better than you, but they are not walking into the gym and saying,
you have no margin for error.
Knicks will not make it out the first round. You think they got a chance?
You know, I don't think they got a chance to win it.
Not to win it, but they a threat.
I think that's what they gonna do. I think they're gonna break some
I'm sorry,
hearts.
you Knicks fans, y'all can hate me, y'all can continue to hate me, but they're
gonna break somebody's heart. You got them.
All right, right now,
so
Knicks
right
is
now, look, right now, you got second round matchup, Milwaukee.
Knicks might lose first round.
Who they got?
Man, right now, the playoffs start today. Knicks versus Sixers. If Embiid back, I'm taking Sixers.
If
Embiid coming back.
Okay. All right.
So you confident that the Knicks right now, and then who they got to see the second round? They got to see the
How much
Celtics.
they beat the Sixers by tonight?
No.
This type of beat for everybody else. Y'all getting beat. Okay, Debo coming back.
But
the rest of y'all better not be caught on the block because.
All right, and hold on.
Who's guarding Jalen Brunson?
So listen to this.
Fourth quarter.
Indiana is one game behind Sixers, so they can be in that slot. I'm going to say it right now, and look at me. Knicks will not make it out the first round.
He blew it.
Knicks, I'm looking at it now. Knicks will not make it out the first round. Teams is going to be like, all right, let's lose
Indiana
a couple
play
games
in
so
the
we can match up with the
half-court
Knicks first round.
No, nobody doing that.
Let's make this playoff push.
Ain't nobody
we want to
doing
see
that.
the Knicks
Ain't nobody
first
doing
round.
that, dog.
Knicks, you ain't doing that to Celtics. The Knicks might be
bodies.
like, let's drop the 6 so we can see the Celtics in the conference finals.
They can keep up.
If the Knicks make it out the first round, I would wear a Knicks jersey, a Brunson jersey for
But look,
a week.
think about this though.
Put some bass in y'all voice. Y'all sound real sad. You sound like you at a funeral. Wake up. Get that handkerchief out your jacket. Look at him. Sad. Yeah, don't take the camera off him. You're sad. Look how sad he is. He look like he want to cry. Yeah. Y'all look like y'all want to cry. Cry. Fucking cry.
Sorry.
I didn't want to disagree with Becky today, but they do have their dude.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
No, he's too small.
But here's the thing, and that's
Didn't they say about you?
But you know
they
what?
Say that about you. You're a Hall of Famer.
I got a philosophy. Can I say my philosophy?
Go ahead.
If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, you could go down the list. Steph Curry is the only.
But he's not that small. He's not that small. He's like 6'3".
But also, though, I mean, he's the greatest shooter to ever walk the planet. He's in a different
outlier
class.
Okay.
She is right. History says she is right.
Okay, but we're living in a new age. Okay, new day.
Feels good. Found a way to, I don't know, win this game. So I'm just excited that moving on to the next round. Played a really good team. Much respect to the Sixers and moving on.
What are you most looking forward to in the next round?
These couple days off, for sure.
Wow, the NBA playoffs are just insane. The Pacers and Knicks meet in the conference semis in the East, and the Celtics are waiting on the winner of the Cavs versus Orlando Magic series, and there's a high likelihood the Cavs are just going to close it out in 6 games. And also in the West, out West, we have the Clippers and Mavs Game 6. It's either one of two things might happen. The Mavs advance to the conference semis or the Clippers force a Game 7. So there's also a high likelihood that the Orlando Magic can either tie up the series and force a Game 7, or the Cleveland Cavaliers finish it off. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on the Bucks and Pacers, and also the Knicks and Sixers. So the Celtics right now are just in cloud 9. The main threat that they had, the Bucks and Sixers, are out, all of them in the first round, and the Bucks are out in the first round for the second consecutive season. Last year they got beat in a gentleman's sweep despite winning 60 games. They got beat by the Miami Heat, and right now as we speak, they're out of the playoffs after getting knocked out by the Pacers in 6 games. I mean, just to add some context, you can see Giannis was not available for the whole series. You can see Dame was in and out of the lineup because of some injuries, and Chris Middleton was also just all alone. And because the Pacers had just had more guys, more good basketball players, it was just quite difficult for him to be able to like go ahead and just win this series, or even force a Game 7. Because even if had the Bucks even forced a Game 7, it would have just been quite difficult to be able to go ahead and win this game in this series. So the Pacers knocked them out in the first round in 6 games, and there's that. But the series that majority of the people are just much more excited about is the Knicks and Sixers. So, I mean, the process right now has failed. The process failed because people are asking, why is it that the Sixers can't make it past the second round? And this one, they've been beat in the first round. Even with Joel Embiid back on the lineup, I know he's missed a lot of games. He missed a significant portion of the season because of an injury in his leg. But honestly, I must say the process is dead. And the Sixers fans are just very disappointed right now. The Knicks fans right now are just in cloud 9. And for the first time in a long time, we're seeing the Pacers and Knicks in the conference semis. And looking back, you can even see it's been 10 years since the Pacers made the conference semis. They were yet to win a series. They've just been dealt like in the first round majority of the time. And this matchup just looks so interesting because this one just gives me flashbacks of what happened in 2013 when Carmelo Anthony was leading the Knicks against the Pacers, which had Danny Granger, that had Paul George, Roy Hibbert, all those guys, and it was just an epic. It was just an epic series, and the Pacers beat the Knicks. They beat the Knicks like that. So, and they made the conference finals like that. But this one's just going to be different because right now the guy who's leading the charge in the Pacers squad is Tyrese Halliburton, who has been balling out all season. The man has just been phenomenal. The man has been sensational. I mean, even saying that he's been sensational, I feel like it's an understatement because of what he's been able to do. And also on the other side, you can see the Knicks with their Nova lineup of Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and the one and only Jalen Brunson. That guy is just special, man. I mean, a lot of people were really writing off Jalen Brunson, but I saw flashes of brilliance in Jalen Brunson in the 2022 playoffs when he was with the Dallas Mavericks. Right now, the Dallas Mavericks are just scratching their heads. Had they paid for and given Jalen Brunson what he earned in those playoffs, they might have not even gone for Kyrie. But Jalen Brunson has proven that he's even worth more than that max deal that he got. This man is just playing out of his mind. He's playing that like a player that is worth north of $30 million a season. And the Knicks just got an actual superstar, especially a talented point guard who can carry the team, even despite Julius Randle being out of the games because of being sidelined because of an injury. Jalen Brunson's play has just been north of spectacular. This man is just insane. He's out of this world. He has shown time and time again that people should not sleep on this guy. This guy is good, and he has been good throughout the regular season and also in the postseason because he has been torching. And in the elimination game, the game that ended the Sixers season, where he scored 41 points, that one was insane. And he led the Knicks in scoring. And not only that, he had 12 assists to go along with it. Not only did he score, he also playmaked, and he brought that team to victory. And given that, we're only left with one thing in our minds: who's the better team, who has like the better squad. And you can see it's the Knicks and Pacers. This is another series that I'll just be following through, and this one, for some reason, I just feel like it's just going to play out all 7 games, because it'll just be defending home court, because the Knicks, they have got home court advantage in this, because the Pacers finished number 6th. And this one, the Pacers and Knicks series, I'll just put it together. I'll just put it in the same competitive spirit with out west with the Timberwolves and the Nuggets series, because also that series, for some reason, I just feel like this series can even play out 7 games. And I'm also waiting on the Mavs versus Clippers. There's a high likelihood that also, actually, that one can go both 7 games. That one can go 7 games as well, because the Clippers, they are not a first round exit team, and they're just going to try to prove that. And Luka Doncic and Kyrie have just been also good in the postseason. And the Cavs and the Orlando Magic, honestly, right now, the Cavs might just take this one, because I feel like Donovan Mitchell can go ahead and do it in finishing 1 in 6 games, but who never knows? Who knows? It's in the playoffs. But the series that I didn't even talk about that much was the Miami Heat and the Celtics. And the Celtics just made quick work with the Heat, with Jimmy Butler not being there. And because of that, the Celtics just finished them off in a gentleman's sweep. And this one is expected, because there was no answer offensively for Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. There was no answer, especially with Jimmy Butler being out of the lineup and him being sidelined because of an injury. Yeah, there was no way the Celtics are going to drop that. They were not going to do that. And consider the fact that also the Miami Heat, I know a lot of people are hyping them up, especially Tyler Hero. He had that good. There's that game that he was actually good, especially in game 2. But reality just hit them hard, because Jason Tatum was not going to disappoint the Celtics fans, the Boston fans at the TD Garden. And he just made sure to make quick work of them. So that series was somewhat of like, just went quietly under the radar. And it was expected that the Celtics were just going to go out there and win it. And win that series. So it was just going to be, it was supposed to be a warm-up series, because Jimmy Butler was not even there on the game. So there was no way the Celtics or the C's were just going to lose like that. But given like the highway that the Celtics have, this is just another conference finals appearance. And I don't think if the Cavs or Orlando Magic have what it takes to match up against the Celtics in a best of 7 series. And there's more likelihood that the Celtics can finish this the conference semis either 5 or 6 games. I don't think it's going to go 7 games like that, unless something happens. But they're just going to continue with their dominance like that in the postseason. And as for the other series, I just hope they just go out and play out 7 games, because I just like to see a fight. I just like to see a contest. And I just want to see the best teams just battle it out. And that Knicks versus Pacers is just awesome. And given like the Knicks and Pacers have eliminated the Sixers and Bucks respectively, I feel like the Celtics are just sleeping easy, because they already know what game plan they can run. And right now, the Celtics just have a highway to the conference finals. I don't think there's another team that can be able to take apart the Celtics like that. I don't think so, unless something happens. But I don't see them blowing this, and they're just a finals lock. But for the West, it's just so difficult, because in the West, my Lakers got swept in a gentleman's sweep by the Nuggets. The Suns, got swept by the Wolves, which was I can't say it was a surprise, because this team has no bench, and they have no bench depth. And as we speak right now, they're in the off season. They don't even have any cap space. But I talked about that in a previous video. But this first rounds have not been a snooze fest. They have just been good, especially in the East. I was a bit indifferent in the East, because I felt like this series were not that competitive. But the way that they're getting pushed to 6 games, and they were very competitive, and the way they were just playing, I really liked it. I really liked it from start to finish. But from the West, you could see the Wolves just finished off the Suns very fast, and you could see the Nuggets got rid of the Lakers out there very fast. And you can see some teams are just having like some days off. Like you can see the OKC Thunder after sweeping the Pelicans. They're just relaxed. They didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot of things going on, and they're just waiting to see the result of the Mavs versus Clippers, just like I mentioned previously. And yeah, I mean, some teams, when you just get a sweep, you just have a few days off. You just wait for the other matchups to play out before the second round commences. But this playoffs is just in for it, and it's there for the taking. I mean, I'm just very excited to see new teams and new faces just compete, just go out there and compete, because the era of Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul has come to an end, and we're just going to see new faces right now. And yeah, I'm just excited for this. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think about this whole thing, what you think about the NBA playoffs. I just said, let me just go out there and just talk about this, because man, it's just awesome. I know I've just been making some analysis talking about what the Suns did, what the Lakers did, and man, I'm just happy. I'm just awesome. If you guys like this, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. Peace.
Trade speculation, casual Sixers fans, they'll trade me for a crumble cookie. But at the end of the day, they have to realize, like, you're not getting a 6'9" forward back who can, damn near shoot 40% from three, guard other team's best player, shoot, post-up, drive, play 70-plus games a year.
No matter what the situation is, we're going to attack it. And so I just think that no matter who's in front of us or whatever, we're going to go out there, we're going to play our style of basketball, we're going to grind, we're going to respect our opponent, we're going to know that's always going to be a difficult situation no matter who you're playing in this league. And so going into this, we knew it was going to be a grind, and we just found ways to win and found ways to lose too. And so, I mean, it's always going to be something that we're going to continue to learn every single time we're on the court. So it doesn't really matter the situation or the team, and we just know that every situation is different, and we need to approach it with the same mentality. This crowd is crazy, and so I'm just happy we got enough Knicks fans down here. They didn't buy all the tickets, and so I mean, I'm really happy about that.
Let's go Knicks! 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 Let's go Knicks!
What's the pride level as a head coach to lead this team to victory? Do you feel?
Yeah, the pride level is, I know that we have a great team, and I'm fortunate to be coaching them. And I don't mean that just in terms of the basketball, who they are as people. They're great to be around every day. They care about each other. They want to play as a team. And I think that makes the game enjoyable, and I think there's an appreciation for it.
Can't stand these dudes.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Oh, I was about to answer it. Oh no, I mean it's amazing because we have great friendship. We love each other. We're like brothers, and we.
On a serious note, I think on the court, it's you have the ability to bring everybody together, make adjustments, have that open line of communication with nobody nobody taking offense. I think everybody's goal here is to win, and it's easier when you have two guys that you've played with formally, so that sometimes when things get heated, it's coming from the right place, and then that translates to everybody, and everybody's able to talk to each other in that way.
Look at all them leave. Bye. Bye. Knicks in 6. See ya. Bye. Bye. Have a good ride home. Have a good ride home. Bye. 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 Bye.
And out for a second.
Yeah, let's do it.
Knicks in 6, baby. Knicks in 6. Listen.
Hey, Joel, tough loss against the Knicks tonight. What are your thoughts on that big-time three by Josh Hart?
It's not fair. It's not fair. I was playing so good, and we were playing good defense, and then Josh Hart comes out of nowhere and just scores a three-pointer. And it's not even like he's their superstar. He's just, I have 39 points, some boards.
I couldn't really understand any of that because you were crying like a little bitch the whole time. But another lost season, so what now?
I just got to regroup, and I guess I just got to go to the Barbados and just drink some pina coladas. Put my toes in the sand and just really think about what we're going to do next year. I guess I'm crying. No more questions.